Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dark World Podcast. In tonight's episode, the main question is: do these two creatures exist? Now, you may be wondering, what two creatures? We will get to that in a little bit, but first, I have two creepy recommendations for you. Ooh. Okay, I know that was a bit crap. But anyway, let's get on to the list. So the first thing on our list is a film from the 1980s called Dolls. This is a very creepy and awesome little killer doll movie. If you guys like B movies, watch it. If you don't, still watch it. It's a really fun movie. It's like, oh my, I had so much fun watching it. I recommend it a lot for everyone. Anyway, the next thing on our list is called Paperbacks from Hell. It's a brand new book about, well, the most twisted books from the 70s and 80s. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk monsters. Mostly the two I have for you tonight. So first, I just want to point out that many people claim these creatures are real. Like there are police reports and actual police and military officers that have actually claimed to seen these things. But I'm not saying that I believe in them or anything. I'm mostly just telling you guys about this because, like, if you guys are into cryptids or into anything of history or anything, and you like the most unknown, creepy, darker side of history, well, these things are a part of the darker side of history. So it's like, it's pretty interesting. If you believe in them or not, it's still pretty interesting. Alright, so the first creature I have is called the Grinning Man. Now, for those of you who have read the book or seen the movie, which I'm talking about the Mothman Prophecies, you would know of John Keel. Now, John Keel is one of the first to encounter the Mothman, and he is also the first to encounter the Grinning Man in 1966. So, if you have at least seen the movie The Mothman Prophecies, you would know that John Keel talked to a strange and mysterious voice over the phone in which it predicted that the Silver Bridge would collapse and at least 46 people would die. This voice called itself Ingrid Cold. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Now here is the thing. People who have encountered the Grinning Man and, get this, actually heard it speak to them report that it also refers to itself as Ingrid Cold. Pretty freaky, right? So in 1966, in New Jersey, a woman reports that a tall green man chased her. Later that day, two boys who were walking along the same road report seeing a similar looking figure just outside a fence they were passing. They said it was staring at a house across the street. The creature was reported wearing a reflective green one-piece suit. According to the boys, it began to stare at them, making a smile that stretched from one ear to the other. Another facial feature that the creature had were two elongated eyes. The boys couldn't tell if the creature had hair, a nose, or ears. Now, weeks later, a salesman named Woodrow Derenberger reported being stopped on the highway by what he claims was a quote-unquote strange-looking automobile. A hatch on the side of the vehicle opened, and a bald man with yet again elongated eyes, and this time a blue metallic suit, approached his vehicle. The creature had a demented grin, and the two had a, get this, bizarre telepathic conversation. The creature referred to itself as, you guessed it, Ingrid Cold. This encounter happened near Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where weeks later the infamous Mothman would be sighted. Derenberger would report that Ingrid Cold would visit him and said he was in fact an extraterrestrial from a planet called, sorry if I butchered his name, quote-unquote, Lanios. Derenberger claimed to have been able to visit this planet and met many other creatures like Ingrid Cold. But sadly, after losing both his job and his wife, Derenberger died in 1990. Oh, that's gotta suck. I mean, that's gotta suck. You're like, After you claim to have this fantastic like voyage and adventures and all that stuff, you lose everything, and then you lose your life. How crappy does that sound? Anyway, so what was the Grinning Man, aka Ingrid Cold? I don't think we'll ever know. People still kind of claim to see him, but like it hasn't been as rapid as it was in the 60s. All right. Now, let's travel back to Victorian England, where reports of a demonic humanoid-looking creature roam the streets. This creature was referred to as Spring-Heeled Jack. The city is London, and the year is 1837. A girl named Mary Stevens was walking home late one night when a strange, devilish figure leaped at her, kissing her forcefully while tearing her clothes. The girl screamed, making her attacker flee. Now let's skip one day later. The next day, the creature attacked another pair of victims right near the area where Mary Stevens was attacked. The creature leaped at a passing carriage, making it crash. Many witnesses reported that the creature jumped over a wall that was, get this, 9 feet high, while making a high-pitched laugh. This is where the name Spring-Heeled Jack came from. A year later, a girl by the name of Jane, sorry if I butcher this, Oslope, reported that a man came to her father's house, knocking on the door. When she answered, the man claimed to be a police officer, claiming that they caught Spring-Heeled Jack. When she brought him a candle, she noticed his hideous face. Then he started vomiting blue and white flames from his mouth, while his eyes were like red fireballs. She saw that he was wearing a large helmet over his head, and he had sharp metallic claws. After her sister saved her, her attacker fled. About 8 days later, another girl named Lucy Scales and her sister were attacked yet again by Spring-Heeled Jack. This time, he spurted a large amount of blue flames on Lucy's face, causing her to go blind. Lucy's sister described her attacker as thin and very, quote-unquote, gentlemanly-like. Now, here's the question for you guys, and you guys can answer this in the comments below. Do you think these two creatures were real or fake? That's up to you to decide. Well, and that's it for us for tonight. That is actually pretty much it. I hope you guys have a safe night. If you guys are going to go out for Halloween, stay safe. There's a lot of weirdos out there, as we should all know, so stay safe. And thank you guys so much for listening. And remember, happy Halloween. I don't even know why I said remember. But anyway, happy Halloween, guys. Goodbye.